The month of March has always been a celebration of college basketball. For decades, fans, players, and analysts have come together during this time of year to follow one of the most exciting sporting events in the United States, the NCAA Men's Basketball Tournament. With the 2026 edition of March Madness right around the corner, bracketology is once again at the forefront of sports discussions. Bracketology, for those unfamiliar with the term, refers to the process of predicting the field of teams selected for the NCAA tournament, including their seedings and matchups. It's a practice that combines statistics, analysis, projections, and sometimes pure intuition. In this extensive look at the 2026 NCAA tournament bracketology, we'll break down the teams most likely to secure top seeds, identify bubble teams that could either sneak into the tournament or miss out, and analyze which squads might surprise fans with unexpected Cinderella runs. Beyond that, we'll also take a closer look at each of the four regions, highlight standout players who could change the tournament's complexion, and even forecast possible Final Four matchups. The importance of bracketology. Bracketology is more than just a fun guessing game, it's become a serious aspect of college basketball culture. Analysts, fans, and even coaches follow these projections closely. For teams on the bubble, every victory or loss in February and early March matters greatly. A win against a top 25 opponent can boost a resume, while a poor loss against a lower-ranked team might push them out of contention. For fans, the bracket provides endless discussion points: which matchups are favorable, which regions appear toughest, and which teams seem poised for deep tournament runs. In 2026, with the depth of talent across college basketball at an all-time high, bracketology is particularly intriguing. Traditional powerhouses are competing with rising programs, and the transfer portal has reshaped rosters in ways that make predicting outcomes more challenging than ever before. Projected top seeds for 2026. As the season heads into its final stretch, several teams have separated themselves as frontrunners for number 1 seeds. While the exact seedings will ultimately depend on the results of conference tournaments, here are the squads that currently appear most likely to claim the top lines of the bracket. 1. Duke Blue Devils. Duke continues to be one of the most consistent forces in college basketball. With a dynamic mix of experienced upperclassmen and elite freshman recruits, the Blue Devils are projected as a strong candidate for the overall number 1 seed. Their offensive efficiency, combined with a top 10 defense, makes them one of the scariest teams in the country. 2. Kansas Jayhawks. Kansas remains a powerhouse in the Big 12. Their resume is filled with high-quality wins, and their roster depth ensures they can handle nearly any style of play. With veteran leadership and NBA-level talent, Kansas is another lock for a top seed. 3. Kentucky Wildcats. Kentucky's 2026 roster is stacked with athleticism and size. After a couple of rebuilding years, the Wildcats have stormed back into national relevance. They've dominated their conference play and could very well make a run for the national championship. 4. Arizona Wildcats. Arizona has quietly built a resume that places them among the elite. With balanced scoring, strong defense, and an excellent record in the Pac-12, they have a legitimate shot at not only earning a number 1 seed but also making a deep tournament run. Other contenders for top seeds include North Carolina, UConn, and Purdue, all of whom have shown they can beat anyone on a given night. The bubble teams. Every year, the bubble becomes one of the most dramatic aspects of Selection Sunday. The 2026 season is no different. These are the teams currently living on the edge. Michigan State Spartans. Once considered a lock, a few unexpected losses have put their tournament hopes in jeopardy. Strong showings in the Big Ten tournament could secure their place. Florida Gators. Their inconsistent play has left them hovering around the cut line. Wins against conference rivals will be crucial. Virginia Cavaliers. Known for their defensive style, Virginia lacks marquee wins this year. Their fate may come down to just 1 or 2 games. Memphis Tigers. A talented roster but uneven results. If they can finish strong, they'll likely find themselves in the field. Bubble teams remind us why college basketball is so thrilling. Every possession in February feels like it could decide a season. Regional breakdowns. Let's imagine what each region might look like if the tournament started today. East Region. The East is shaping up as one of the toughest regions. Duke and UConn could headline, creating a potential clash of blue blood programs. Dark horse teams like Providence and Rutgers might cause headaches for higher seeds. West Region. Arizona is the favorite in the West, but they won't have an easy path. Gonzaga, still a perennial contender, remains dangerous. Look out for San Diego State, whose defensive intensity could swing close games. Midwest region, Kansas is expected to dominate this region, though watch out for Kentucky if the selection committee places them here. Potential upset-minded teams like Iowa State or Dayton could create chaos. South region, North Carolina and Baylor headline this bracket, but programs like Alabama and Houston add depth. This region could easily produce multiple upsets and surprises. Players to watch in the 2026 tournament. No NCAA tournament is complete without standout individual performances. Here are some players who could make headlines in March. Ethan Bradley, Duke, a versatile forward who can score inside and stretch the floor. Marcus Green, Kansas, a veteran guard with elite shooting ability and leadership. Jalen Carter, Kentucky, explosive athlete capable of taking over games with his defense and rebounding. Luis Torres, Arizona, a reliable scorer and clutch performer in big moments. Darius White, UConn, a guard with excellent playmaking and vision, key to UConn's offense. Potential upsets and Cinderella stories. Every March, the NCAA tournament delivers Cinderella runs that capture the hearts of fans. In 2026, teams like Dayton, VCU, and St. Mary's could emerge as giant killers. These mid-majors have the talent and coaching to knock off higher seeds, especially if they get hot from three-point range. Past history reminds us of teams like Florida Gulf Coast, Loyola Chicago, and UMBC, who shocked the world with unforgettable upsets. Expect 2026 to deliver similar drama. Final Four predictions. Based on current projections, a possible Final Four could look like this. Duke, East. Kansas, Midwest. Arizona, West. Kentucky, South. These four programs not only have the talent but also the depth and coaching experience needed to survive the madness. In the championship game, Duke and Kansas could square off in what would be a battle of two legendary programs. Duke's offensive firepower and Kansas's balanced roster make this a dream matchup for fans. Prediction: Duke edges Kansas in a close, thrilling contest to win the 2026 national championship. Conclusion: the 2026 NCAA tournament promises to be one of the most competitive and unpredictable editions of March Madness in history. With powerhouse teams like Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, and Arizona leading the way, and bubble teams fighting for survival, the excitement will be unmatched. Add in the potential for Cinderella stories, breakout players, and unforgettable moments, and fans are in for a treat. Bracketology gives us a glimpse into the madness before it begins, but once the ball tips off, anything can happen. That's the magic of March.